Buenas tardes de San Salvador. Good afternoon from San Salvador, El Salvador. I'm back in this beautiful country, my favorite place, really one of my favorite places anywhere. It's rough around the edges, it's not perfect, but I love it. It's got so much character and it's so beautiful. So today's video is I'm in El Parque Cuscatlan, the most beautiful park I've seen really in this part of the world. I'll give you a nice tour of this park. And downtown, the Centro Historico is that way. So yeah, today is a video. I've been back for over a week, almost 2 weeks, and I haven't even picked up this thing. I've sort of stopped doing videos because none of my videos get many watches anymore, so it's quite deflating, as I've mentioned in a past video. But not to worry, I enjoy this. I want to share this place and share my travels. I'm going to keep doing it, so even if it's just for my own benefit, for when I'm old and looking back on my travels with my wife and I. So yeah, today Parque Cuscatlan, the beautiful park, the city centre. I'm going to go in the library, the National Library, which I've not done yet. I'm also going to go inside the the History Museum, which is the old palace for the president, and do all of the main tourist things I haven't actually done before and I haven't videoed, even on a walking tour. So hope you enjoy. It'll be a fairly short video, I think, just a few of the parks and some of the things to see when you're in downtown San Salvador. I'm staying in a not so nice area now, a beautiful Airbnb, but it's just about a 10-15 minute walk from here, this direction, whatever direction that is. And it's not great, not really a great area, but you know, many inner cities have very bad areas, certainly in places that have had many problems like this in the past. But it doesn't take long to get to this park, so without further ado, let's go and explore Parque Cuscatlan. Music, tons of people enjoying their afternoons, walkways from one main road to the other main road, tree cover all through the park, beautiful trees, an array of beautiful trees all the way through the park. And then this huge beautiful cultural center here. They're always cleaning. Buenas tardes, amigos. Está muy limpia. Gracias. Increíble. A very clean park because they keep it clean with these beautiful flowers. Pollinator garden. This is a pollinator garden, and this incredible amphitheater, which I would imagine they have, you know, live shows and trash cans everywhere, bins everywhere. You know, the surrounding areas it's the inner city, right? It's the inner city, and it's capital of El Salvador. It's had many problems over the years. It's still in a state of emergency after 5 or 6 years, actually, for violence. So yeah, not everywhere it's going to be perfect, but you can see when you build these things and when you fix them up and when you keep them clean and when you encourage people to be outside, it's so much cooler in the trees and the green, right? People will come. They will come and they will congregate. And they'll have picnics and they'll meet friends and they'll meet girlfriends and boyfriends and husbands and wives, and they'll read books, and there's mangoes everywhere, of course, mango trees there. So let's keep going. It's a beautiful, beautiful park. Really love it. Just it's surrounded by not great areas. This is essentially saying that El Parque Cuscatlan has pollinator gardens, and the importance of pollinator gardens for the children, for nature, for the flowers, and the importance of keeping it clean, and the types of flowers and plants they like. See, surrounded by, this whole country is a giant volcano. I've mentioned this many times, surrounded by volcanoes in every direction. Here's your park map. There's an art gallery, cultural area, there's a special monument, there is a national exposition gallery, there is decks, there's areas for football, there's areas for basketball, parkour, there's an outdoor gym, and it shows you where everything's at. Parque Cuscatlan. So I'll start by continuing on this beautiful overhead path the walkway through the park. Look at it. Look at this park. I love it. Just beautiful. I love it. I'm back. Estoy aquí. Uno más vez. Es mi segunda vez aquí. Second time in this country. And whilst I do stand out like a sore thumb, the gringo with his camera and his selfie stick and his giant sombrero with colourful fish underneath it, I feel normal, I feel safe, I feel welcomed. I don't feel threatened, I don't feel like I'm being stared at all the time. So it's just beautiful to be back, and don't need to say any more, just enjoy the park. Enjoy what I'm going to show you. Gorgeous trees. And what else do you see? Every day, blue sky, baby. Every day, clear skies. On the outside of the park, on the walls, there's art galleries, art expositions. The busy roads just outside the park. It's quite amazing the difference in the volume and how cool it is and how green and beautiful it is in the park and how loud it is on the road out there. No idea who that fella is. Somebody important who's now long dead. But you can see beautiful outdoor art galleries. Sara H. Lopez, from all local Salvadoreña artistas. Goes all the way down there. People just sitting under trees, staying cool, relaxing. Buenas. And yeah, the art, beautiful art, so peaceful. Besides the roads. Beautiful colours, local birds and tropical colours. And this is my second visit in here, but this is the ¿Cuál es el nombre de este museo?
Se llama Sala Nacional de Exposiciones a la Rueda.
Oh, nice, excelente. A very long name there. Exposition gallery, basically. That's what I understand from that. But yeah, beautiful, famous El Salvadorian art gallery, right here in the heart of this gorgeous park. El Parque Cuscatlan, open for filming, open I think 7 days of the week. A lot of the art they have is absolutely stunning. It showcases the beauty of this country, like the natural beauty of this country. Certainly once you get away from the city, like anywhere on earth, you get away from the city and find these incredible landscapes. So I highly recommend stopping in not only the park, of course, but the National Salon Exposiciones and all of those large words that you saw on the picture that guy just said in perfect Spanish, Latin American Espanol. Yeah, so but I was going to say outside, I'll say it now and I'll cut that last piece out, I'll edit it out, but there is a sense of, certainly even in the city, but not in the central tourist area, but just this kind of a sense that the country's not quite used to tourism yet, like mass tourism, like people like me with a silly hat and a camera walking around. You still get a lot of people that maybe have not seen somebody like me walking around this park. So, you know, it's interesting. It's a cultural awakening for Salvadoreños, and it's yeah, I don't care, but it's not like, you know, walking around Vienna or London or something where it's just mass tourism. So it's not threatening, but it's just, you know, people are curious, and you might get a few giggles and laughs and what's that guy wearing, what's he holding. So yeah. Sala Nacional de Exposiciones a la Rue. Beautiful, huh? Beautiful. Hola, señoras. Look at the gorgeous trees. Ah, so pretty, so clean, so beautiful. Just look at it, I love it. People actually using the bins, using the trash cans, people being paid to clean. It's gonna take a while. You know, there is still trash everywhere in this country, and all of the water is polluted. It's the same anywhere in the third world, developing world. No different here, but you can see in the built up areas and in the tourist areas and in the regenerated city centre that it's a lot cleaner now. And this is the example for the rest of the country and the rest of the continent, really. This is the example of what a beautiful clean park can be, for people to enjoy and for kids to ride their bikes. So Carland, Manchester City, vamos. Soy de Manchester. Es mi equipe. Es mi equipe, Manchester City. Wearing a Man City shirt. So yeah, you can see this is the shining example. This is the start. You hope this is the start. These banyan trees, which will continue to grow, I hope they know that, because these trees will grow out all directions. So cool, so clean. There's drink stations, there's restaurants, bars, cafes. You can rent bicycles. So yeah, this is the example of how to live and how to rebuild. And you know, they have the opportunity now, if they keep the criminals at bay and keep the violence away and keep the gangsters locked up and don't let any more in from the States, and just keep on this path. It's just Salvadoreños can live again. They can breathe and come in a park and enjoy themselves. And it's just the start. It's just the start, you know. Sit down long enough, you might get a mango drop on your head. Literally, they fall out of the trees because they're everywhere. Anybody want a mango? Can also rent quad bikes. The family can come and rent a quad bike or a single bike, and you can rent little kids, toddler pedal bikes, whatever they call them. Buenas tardes. You can go on the trampoline for $2 for 15 minutes. You can go on the go-karts, families, the doubles. Lots of things to do. This is the park. This is it. Look, snack bars serving your usual poison, I'm sure. And we'll go that way in a minute. But I'll show. There's Papa John's serving their poison. There's a children's museum, Museo de los Niños, children's museum. That looks great. And some kind of outdoor, planetarium, if you want to go get involved in all that stuff. Oh look, apparently an El Salvadorian astronaut. There you go. That's your cup of tea. Here's the park. Oh, so that's what this is. It's a parkour gym. That is cool, with a mango tree right there. Look at that. This is designed for parkour. That is so cool. Incredible street art, murals, but outdoor parkour gym, so you can jump off all of this stuff. I'm not doing it, but you can. Gorgeous trees. And let's go see the other gym. So there's the parkour, and here's the outdoor gym. So lots for everybody to do. Buenas. outdoor gym, tropical plants, banana tree. Look at all these banana trees, look. All bananas. And then this is interesting. This entire side of the park is a open air memorial to all of the homicide victims and the violence victims during many decades of violence and civil war and strife and just Western powers fighting for fruit. And although I don't think the United Fruit Company got their dirty paws into El Salvador, but yeah, just decades of turbulence and violence. And this late 70s and the early 80s, there was a big revolution here, and there was lots of deaths and political homicides. I mean, nothing's really changed, has it? But certainly here it was devastated by that. And then until Presidente Bukele, El Jefe, the boss, until him in 2019, there was just widespread. It was the most dangerous place in the world. You know, where I'm standing, not here, but I'll show you areas of the capital that was the most dangerous place in the world. That's now a nice park like this, but a small park. But you can see every person whose name they found that was murdered during the past, I guess, the 70s, late 70s, all of the 80s and the early 90s, but mostly the 70s and the 80s on this wall. There must be hundreds of thousands of names on that wall. You know, this is what you can get when we stop killing each other and we start making the world a better place, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. Not my country, my history. It's all very well looking at it from the outside through rose-tinted lenses, but the proof is in the pudding. Stop killing each other, build parks, clean up, stop throwing trash on the ground, clean your water up, and make some money, have a better life, have electricity, have clean water, have soap, and enjoy an afternoon in a beautiful park without the fear of getting murdered. That's it for Parque Cuscatlan. I believe Cuscatlan in El Salvador, I don't think it's a Spanish word, I think it's an indigenous word. It's an indigenous word for land of beautiful places, which is very true. It's just unfortunately humans have trashed it all, but not this park, not yet. I don't think they'll allow it. There's a lot of people cleaning. So, alright, signing off, and I'll check back in from downtown again on city centre. Vamos! Hey! I'm back in the former rough and tough streets of San Salvador, el capital de El Salvador. So today, yeah, it's great to be back. It's absolutely incredible to be back. I've come back for a second time, for a bit longer this time. I might even stay even longer, and then the plan is to come back again in the fall, in the autumn, for even longer, for quite a few months. So it's just, weather feels great, beautiful breeze, blue sky, mango trees, árboles de mangos everywhere, and yeah, feeling really good, surrounded by volcanoes. So today's video will be about, I'm going to show you the beautiful Parque Cuscatlan. It's a nice university, Universidad Tecnológica, technical university, museum there, beautiful church. I've seen that before. So I'm not going to show you too much that I showed you in the first visit to the city centre or any of the other videos so far, because I've got quite a few from El Salvador and I'm sure there'll be more. But what I will show you is this beautiful park, Parque Cuscatlan, and we'll talk about the cleanup of the country and the security issues that have been mostly resolved, and incredible change here in El Salvador. And I am going to show you the things that I haven't seen, which are very interesting for tourists, and that's the main tourist sites the National Library and the museum, which is a former palace and things like that. So, vamos, here we go. El Salvador, take 2. San Salvador, take 2. Buenas. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Qué es esto?
Es cocote, amor.
Cocote. ¿Son dulce o no?
Ácido.
Ah, ácido. Ok. Gracias. Look at those zapotes. My favorite. ¿Cuánto cuesta por un zapote?
$1.
$1. Ok. Y es para desayuno mañana, ¿sí? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Excelente. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Mucho gusto.
Marta.
Marta, mucho gusto. Ok, I'm gonna get 2 of those.
Gracias.
Ok, quiero 2, por favor. Y tienen una bolsa. I picked up some of these too, apparently related to zapote, called níspero. Es guavabana? Guayaba. Wow, and I just got some of those from next door. Look at those mangoes. Wow, gracias. Who am I kidding? Even though I showed you the markets last time, I want to walk through the markets this time. I want to show you the market because they're dying breeds, these things. There's only one more outdoor market. Ooh, melons. Three for $1. Sweet melons. Incredible. Alright, welcome to the city center, El Centro Historico, again for the 5 millionth time. But I'm going to be taking you inside this building, the former presidential palace, which is now a museum, and showing you the streets around the palace. Lots of work to extend the regeneration of the downtown core. You can see, you know, the old with the new, or the refurbished at least. And it's going to take a while, but it's been an incredible start by the looks of it. I'm sure these will all be restaurants and bars and cafes as this place grows. You know, I can't wait to see what this looks like in 5-10 years. It's already, you know, they've already done so much. Look at the trash cans. I mean, if the whole city looks like this in 10 years, then, you know, everybody gets lifted out of poverty, and we'll see how it goes. But it's a great start, and yeah, it's a great start. Hopefully you can hear me. Nothing they can do immediately about the smell of the polluted, filthy water, but I'm sure they have long-term plans, hopefully, for education and regeneration and cleaning projects, because you can never escape the smell. It's not too bad now, but you can never fully escape it. I've never actually seen this little area either. So these brand new malls and plazas. Another indoor market, Sagrado Corazon, the market of the Sacred Heart. So as I mentioned a million times, they're moving the outdoor markets inside. I'm a little sad about that. Many people who came with me last time were a little sad on a tour, because we like the culture and the character, but as my friend the tour guide said, it brings back bad memories, and it's much harder for them to police, and it's much more dangerous to have the gang activities in the outdoor markets. So lots of indoor markets crammed in, quite warm, hot, stuffy places. But yeah, there's food markets, and then there's like knickknacks and clothing markets from what I've seen. But yeah, we'll go around there, show you the palace and the library coming up. So just like anywhere, I've mentioned this, and it doesn't take a genius or rocket scientist to just tell you how things are. But like anywhere in the world, there is, certainly in a place that's going through a lot of changes, is the new and the clean and the wealthy and the tourist hotspots, and then, you know, a few, just literally 1 block away is the start of where the rest of the people live, right? And from what I heard from a couple of people just around the corner, it was one of the most dangerous corners in the entire city. Hola, buenas. But now they have a nice park there, and it's a lot safer, so much better. Hola, buenas. Much better for everybody. So the old and the new. So, like anywhere that's going through a lot of changes and quickly, and that's coming out of, you know, decades if not longer of terrible violence and gang violence, you've got the modern gentrified new tourist friendly centre, which is, you know, these 16 to 20 blocks or however many blocks there are here, and this beautiful palace which is now a museum. But then you don't have to go very far in any direction to get to where the people actually live, and the most dangerous parts that have gone through some changes, but and I don't know exactly what I'm talking about to any certain extent, but you can see and you can smell and you can feel that, you know, there's still a divide between the haves and have-nots, which is the same anywhere, but the wealths and the investments and the projects and the beautiful parks and things are great as long as they're shared, right? So just a nice core, but, you know, still got a long way to go. Incredible. Palacio Nacional. Wow. Marble floors. Palacio Nacional de El Salvador. Salón rojo. Whoa. 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 Ah, that feels nice. It reminds me of the St. Lawrence Hall. Definitely reminds me of the St. Lawrence Hall in Toronto. La Paz, Corazón, La Unión, San Salvador, La Libertad, Sonate, Huachapan. I guess those are the zones, or the Cuscatlan, those are the zones or the names of the cities up there. What a beautiful palace. Wow. Okay, I'm going to address my subjects. Amigos, ¿qué tal, amigos? ¿Por qué no trabaja por mis taxis? Hey, mira, amigos, mis subjectos. Wow. Beauty. Whoa. Wow. Beautiful. El Jefe. Wow. What a beautiful palace. Buenas.
Por ahí va.
Wow, they did not spare any expense when they built this. This is the second palace. The first one was burnt down. I love these trees. This is the National Palace of El Salvador, el Palacio Nacional, and it is very, very nice. I don't think that's gold, but wow.
Apa sih? Vaya.
Okay, well that wraps up the National Palace, Palacio Nacional behind me. That was brilliant, really enjoyed. This is one of my favorite spots, Plaza Universitaria. Some great restaurants in there. And there's the National Cathedral. Look at the sky, oh my goodness, look at the sky. All right, time to go in that library. Vamos. All right, it's time to go. Ooh, windy. Feels great. It's time to go in that beautiful, famous library, the National Library of El Salvador. Built with the funds and the help of the Chinese, of all people. There's the Chinese flag right outside the front. The Chinese are investing heavily in Latin America, and no different here in Central America and El Salvador and Nicaragua. But we are going to go in the Biblioteca Nacional de El Salvador. But first, necesito un café. I need a coffee first, so it's time for a coffee. And then we're going to go and enter the most beautiful library I think I've probably ever seen, but we'll find out, at least modern library. Alright, I'm inside the National Library. First thing, I had a coffee because I needed a coffee and a water. So I headed to the basement level, down the stairs into La Biblioteca Cafe, the cafe of the library. One of the first things you see is this diagram, this drawing of the national stadium that the Chinese are helping with. So they're proud to tell you that. Proyecto de asistencia del Estadio Nacional de El Salvador. So this is being built right now. It's going to be 55,000 seats. I cannot wait to go to a match there. It's going to be incredible. So that's that's over in San Benito area. This is the ground or the basement level. So I'm not sure what that desk's for, but I'm going to go try and go up to the main level. And it's a nice shop outside. Nice shop there. Gracias. Nice gift shop with beautiful art. So it's ¿Cuántos años la biblioteca está aquí?
Como 4, ¿verdad?
So it's about 4 years old. I just asked the lady. This is the coffee shop. There's outdoor seating, and then the stairs out to the plaza. Cooling down, late afternoon, early evening. It's cooling down, time to go in the library. I've been waiting to do this for 2 visits, but it's finally happening. So I have to go through security here, but Here is the entrance to the National Library. And a beautiful view when you come out of the library. And a stunning square. What a beautiful library. Wow. Don't see any books yet, but it's a modern library, eh? I see a giant open space and lots of cameras and beautiful lights, but gotta check in the camera. Okay, gracias. BINAES. So, it's my amigo there. I got permission to film inside the library. So we are inside the most beautiful library, modern library you'll see really anywhere. The National Library of El Salvador. There's lots of children's areas, play areas. This was built with the assistance of the Chinese government. They've funded many projects here in El Salvador, including the new National Stadium, which I mentioned before, and yeah, many projects. So I'm going to enjoy exploring the library, and I have permission to film, which is great. But it's such a beautiful building. And it's open 24 hours a day for anybody. It's free to enter for Salvadoreños, for the people of El Salvador. It's free, son gratis entrada to enter. Wow, it's incredible. Star Wars, I've never seen anything like it, really. Well, that's cool. Read. Star Wars, may the force be with you. It's like the Star Wars room with jigsaws and wow. Welcome to the Star Wars room. And then there's a comic section. There's Batman. And there's Superman. Wow, there's Darth Vader. Buenas tardes. Wow, very cool. Oh, Harry Potter. They got a Harry Potter section. Wow, this is really cool. What a beautiful library. Really, really beautiful. Harry Potter, Hogwarts, Azkaban. Wow. There's some books. Lots of children's play areas. Wow. It really is a sign of modern times when the first 2 floors of a library there's barely any books at all. So beautiful in here, it's incredible. Look. But there's video games, you know, you have to have the technology and the computers, video games, play areas for the kids. Some beautiful art on the walls. Buenas. It's definitely a modern library. I've seen more TVs and video games and Bitcoin than books, so there you go. What a beautiful library. So modern. Really beautiful, wide open space. Look at that. That is special. Really special. Nice peaceful computer room. I don't know if you can go out. Oh, you can go out on the balcony. Wow. Look at that. Exclusive. Look at that. Bienvenidos, San Salvador. El Palacio Nacional, la catedral, muchas policías, la Biblioteca Nacional de El Salvador. Beautiful. Buenas. Wow. So beautiful. Me encanta tu país. Wow, I love this, just love it. I love this place, and this is okay, I have to go back in apparently. I got in a bit of trouble there. I don't think I was supposed to go out there, but it didn't say don't go out. But wow, what a place. So beautiful. And this is just the start for this country. Buenas tardes. Hola. People just, it's great to see people come out of poverty and be educated. And oh, there's El Presidente Bukele, Bitcoin. Well, I guess Bitcoin helped pay for it. There it is. El Presidente, el Jefe, mi amigo. There you go, Bitcoin library. Everything's Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Wow. Like I say, it's great to see people studying and learning and just improving their lives, and just it must be so amazing for Salvadoreños to feel free and safe and have people invest in their country and make the country a better place, and it's really great. And they have private rooms for studying and meetings. Very cool. She doesn't want to be on the video, that's fine. Very cool. All right, I think that's it for La Biblioteca El Nacional. I think I just probably butchered that name. But yeah, I've seen the palace, I've seen the National Library. You've seen the palace and the National Library. And that was the goal of today, to show you the two main attractions. But I may try and go in the cathedral, but I think I'll leave it at that for today. All right, gracias, buenas. Well, that wraps up the National Library. Wow, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Free and open for everybody, 24 hours a day. That was a treat. There's the palace we went in, there's the cathedral, there's the Chinese flag. Good job, China, good job helping with that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I think that's it for this video. Check out the rest of my El Salvador videos, and hope you liked, subscribe like and subscribe if you could. Help me grow the channel, because it's not growing very quickly, but things take time. But vamos, el Presidente, el Jefe Bukele. Excelente, vamos. What a beautiful thing you've done here. Thanks, China. Thanks for that beautiful library in this beautiful city centre. It's only the start for this country, I'm sure of it.